Welcome to Digital Bytes.
Hello, my name is Jonathan Simeone. For today's Digital Byte, I'm covering comments in Microsoft Word. I'm using Office 365 and JAWS 2025. Both of those are fully up to date. As a preliminary matter, we want to make sure that JAWS is configured to read us comments when they appear in documents. So I'm going to hit Cap Lock V.
Quick settings dashboard dialog. Search box edit. Control plus E.
And I'm going to type comments.
C-O-M-M-E-N-T-S. Comments, comma, footnotes, comma, and endnotes detection. 1 of 1 search results.
And I have a result. I'm going to tab.
Comments, 1 search results list box. Comments, comma, footnotes, comma, and endnotes detection on. Reading options, word settings.
And it says on. That's how I prefer mine, but I'll just show you the other options by cycling through them with the space bar.
Space on with text 3 of 4.
What this means is that every time JAWS encounters a comment, it will tell you it's there and it will read you the text of the comment. I'm going to hit the space bar again.
Space on plus count 4 of 4.
On plus count means that JAWS will tell you there's a comment and let you know what number of comment it is in the document.
Space off 1 of 4.
Off means JAWS won't tell you there are comments. Probably not the best idea if you're trying to work with comments.
Space on 2 of 4.
And I prefer on. If I want to read the text of the comment, I'll do that on my own. So now I'm just going to tab to the OK button.
Read only expand 3 OK button.
And I'm going to hit the space bar.
Edit.
And now we're ready to go. I'm just going to look at the nonsense that I have here in the document just for us to practice.
This is the first as comment line of text and as comment period. Lang. This is the second as comment line of text period and as comment.
And that's all we have. I don't know why it's reading the punctuation. I set it to no punctuation, but that's not what we're getting today.
Lang. This is the third line. Lang. This is the fourth line of text period.
This line has no comment, so I'm going to show you how to add a comment. So I'm just going to start selecting text.
Line of text period.
Now to add this comment, I'm going to hit Alt-Control-M.
Comment threads preview. Draft comment thread open. At mention or comment edit.
And I'm going to type
T-H-I-S-F-O-U-R-T-H fourth. C-C-O-M-E-N-T comment period.
And now I'm going to hit Control-Enter to post this comment to the file.
Post comment left parent control plus enter right parent button 1. Comment thread started by Jonathan Simeone, comma loading open. This is the fourth comment period. Comment posted. Comment thread started by Jonathan Simeone. Oh.
And I hit the control key to stop. Now I'm going to hit my up arrow.
Comment thread started by Jonathan Simeone. Close.
So when I did this, Word opened the comments pane automatically. And now instead of being in the document, I am now in the comments pane. This means that I can F6 to cycle through all of the open things in the Word window now. So I'm going to hit F6.
F6, status bar, page number, F upper ribbon, expanded. F leaving menus, comment pane, leaving ribbons, edit.
Now it said comment pane, but then it said edit. So I believe that I'm back in my document. To confirm that, I'm just going to hit the up arrow key.
Lang. This is the second as comment line of text period and as comment.
Okay, this is the second comment line. And now if I hit F6.
F6, document pane, comments pane, comment threads preview, comment thread started by John.
I have the comments pane open. What if I don't want the comments pane open when I'm done adding my comment? What I can do if I want to do that is I have to escape from the comment tree thread.
Escape comment pane, edit.
And now I can hit Alt-Z.
All upper ribbon, expanded.
And
Ribbon, home
C.
tab, 2 of 12. Leaving menus, as comment, text, leaving ribbons, edit.
That got rid of the comment pane, and I'm going to confirm that for you by doing my F6.
F6, document pane, status bar, page number, page F upper ribbon, expanded. Ribbon, home, F leaving menus, leaving ribbons, edit.
And now we're back in the document. The comment pane has been closed. Alt-Z and then C is a toggle. The reason this is important, if you get a document with other people's comments in it and you want to see them, then you have to, I would recommend anyway, opening the comments pane with Alt-Z-C to access it.
Lang. End as comment. This is the third line up.
And I'm going to do that now so I can demonstrate editing a comment. So I'm going to hit Alt-Z.
Upper ribbon, expanded, ribbon,
And
home
C.
tab, tools, leaving menus, leaving ribbons, edit, comments pane, new comment button.
And when I do this, I found that it doesn't always put me in the same place. So I'm going to try to Shift Tab, I think will get me back to the comment tree thread.
Comment threads preview, comment thread started by Jonathan Simeone closed, at mention or reply button.
And I'm going to hit my up arrow, and I'm at the top. So now I know I'm going to hit my down arrow.
Comment thread started by Jonathan Simeone closed. This is the second comment period.
And I'm going to hit right arrow to expand the comment just to make sure it knows this is the one I want.
Comment thread started by Jonathan Simeone open. This is the second comment period. 2. Comment by Jonathan Simeone.
And now I'm just going to tab.
Comment content read only edit. This is the second comment period.
And there's the content field.
At mention or reply button. New comment button. Filter button collapsed. Comment threads preview. Comment thread started by Jonathan
And
Simeone.
sometimes, like I said, this is not reliable, so I'm going to keep tabbing.
Jonathan Simeone button. A control. More thread actions button collapsed. Edit comment button.
There's my edit comment button. I'm going to hit space.
Space. Jonathan Simeone button. A control displaying information about a persona period. Comment thread started by Jonathan Simeone, comma, with draft in progress open. Comment by Jonathan Simeone on October 7th. Period. Land.
And so
Period.
it read
Land
a lot
space.
of nonsense, but it did put me in the field. So I'm going to type
T-A-I-S
this
C-O-M-M-E-N-E, comma, A-A-S,
has
T-E-N-N-E-D-I-T-E-D, edited, period.
edited. And I'm going to hit Control Enter to post this edited comment to the document.
Post comment left parent control plus enter right parent button. Comment posted. 1. Comment thread started by Jonathan Simeone open. This is the second comment period. Comment thread started by Jonathan Simeone open. This is the second comment period. This comment has been edited period.
And there you can see it has now put my edited comment in the document. Now, what if I want to delete this comment? I'm still in my comment pane, so I'm going to hit Tab.
Jonathan Simeone button. More thread actions button collapsed.
It's the More Thread Actions button I want, so I'm going to hit the space bar on it.
Space. Link to comment 1 of 3.
I can link to my comment.
Resolve thread 2 of 3.
And I down arrow to resolve, and which means basically I'm accepting the comments and we're all good here. I'm going to hit down arrow.
Delete thread 3 of 3.
And I can delete this thread now by pressing enter. So I'm going to do that.
Enter. Leaving menus. Comments pane. New comment button.
And now I'm going to Shift Tab, which I think will take me back to my comments tree.
Comment threads preview. Comment thread started by Jonathan Simeone closed. At mention or reply button.
I'm going to hit my up arrow just to make sure where I am. And I'm at the top. Now I'm going to hit down arrow.
Comment thread started by Jonathan Simeone closed. This is the third comment period.
And so you can see we jumped to the third one because I successfully deleted the second comment. Now, if I'm all done with this, I can hit the Alt F12.
Alt F12, edit.
That takes me back to my document. It leaves the comment pane open in case I want to use it later. So I'm going to hit my F6.
F6, document pane, comments pane, comment
And I'm
threads
back to
preview.
the comment pane. So just as a brief recap, if you're in a document and you want to add a comment, you select the text you want to comment on and do Alt-Control-M, and that will give you a box where you type in your comment and hit Control-Enter to post. If you want to work with your comments, then you need the comments pane. You can access that by using Alt-Z as in Zulu and then C as in copy. That will open and close the comments pane, and it's a good thing to use, like I said, if you get a document with a bunch of comments already in it. Once in the comments pane, it's not reliable what it reads, and it reads a lot of unnecessary stuff. But you can use that to delete comments if you use the More Thread Actions button.
Comment pane, edit.
And you can edit comments, as you saw me do here by eventually getting to the edit button. There are other ways to work with comments in Word using JAWS, but since this is a byte, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for listening.
Hey everyone, it's Chris, and I'm back here with the Digital Byte, and I would like to explore on my iPhone here how to adjust some settings in the Notes app. And so I think Notes is a great app, and there's a lot that we can do with it to adjust its settings. So what I've done is I've gone to the Settings app, I went down to apps, and then I found my way to notes. And here is what I have when I enter the Notes app.
Apps, back button.
For settings.
Notes, heading. Add or remove accounts, manage Siri and search, and customize how your notes appear in work. Learn more, link.
Okay, I'm not going to click on that link, but if you did want to learn more, you could.
Notes accounts, 7, button.
Okay, so it says Notes accounts 7. So I actually have 7 email accounts on my phone. I know that's just a little excessive, but that's the way it is over here. And only a couple of them have notes connected with it. So if I were to double tap on this, you would hear the various email accounts that I have, and then you would hear which accounts are connected with the Notes app. And so if I swipe right here in the settings for Notes.
Allow notes to access, heading.
Okay.
Apple Intelligence and Siri, button.
Okay, I've turned off Apple Intelligence. I'm not sure she's so intelligent quite yet. But anyway, here we go. Moving on.
Search, button.
Search, okay.
Notifications, banners, sounds, badges, button.
Okay, so all those things are turned on.
Default account, iCloud, button.
And that is my default account. All of them are backed up to iCloud.
Notes created outside of a specific account, such as when using Siri, are placed in this account.
Okay, that's an explanation.
Password, button. Lock important notes using end-to-end encryption.
Okay, it's great. You can lock a note with passcode, which is usually your iPhone passcode.
On my iPhone account, switch button, on. Using an On My iPhone account allows you to store notes on this device. Your other notes won't be affected.
Okay, so we can do that.
Mention notifications, switch button, on.
I guess if you share notes with someone, you'll get a notification, I think, when they update the note or it is changed somehow.
Receive notifications on this device when your name is mentioned in shared notes.
There we go.
Viewing, heading.
Okay, this is a good one. Viewing is a heading.
Sort notes by title, button.
Okay, I like this one. Sort notes by title. Now, when you create a note, the first line of the note is the title. That's good to keep in mind. The reason I say that is because sometimes I will go to the Microsoft Disability Answer Desk through the Be My Eyes app, and I will ask the AI bot a question on how to do something with Microsoft. And then I'll copy its response, and it'll start often with, this is the Microsoft Disability Answer Desk, or sure, I can help you with that, something like that. So you want to create a title that's meaningful as the first line of your text. And so if I double tap on this sort by option.
Date edited.
That's good to know. The date edited or
date created.
Date created. And so it's either title, date edited, or date
selected, title
created. And you hear that I have title as selected and
selected, title.
Those are the only options. So
selected, title.
Go ahead.
Date created, date edited, back button.
And go back.
Sort notes by title, button.
Okay, so I prefer title. Okay, moving on down.
New notes start with title, button.
New notes start with title button. Let's see what else we could start a note with. When you double tap this, we get
selected, title, heading.
Heading?
Subheading.
Subheading. Interesting.
Body. Body.
Okay, so apparently, I guess you could have a note with no title, or you don't prefer to put a title, so whatever.
Subheading.
Goes.
Selected, title.
Fine with
back button.
Me. Here we go.
New notes start with title. Sort checked items automatically, button.
Okay, sort checked items.
Lines and grids, none, button.
I don't care about lines and grids.
App links, heading. Suggest app link when composing quick note, switch button, on.
Okay, an app link.
Suggest notes with app links, switch. Only quick notes containing related links may be suggested when using your iPhone.
Okay, quick notes. Those are a different beast. They end up in a different folder. And so I am not as familiar with those, but I think that it would be good to explore those at some point.
Tags, heading.
And I don't really care about tags. So let's see if I put my rotor on headings.
Characters, words, headings.
And if I go down.
Media, heading.
There's media. There's the next heading. So that's how you can explore the settings here with headings. Media says.
Save to photos, switch button, on. Save photos and videos taken in Notes to the Photos app.
Okay, that's really great. So if I were to take a photo in the Notes app, I'm not sure quite why I would, but I might, in case I was sharing something with someone and I wanted to include some text, and I also wanted to take a photo and include the whole thing in a note to share. Is there anything else in headings?
Lock screen and control center. Heading.
That's good to know. Lock screen and control center. We'll swipe right here.
Access notes from lock screen button. Quickly create or resume notes by pressing the notes control in control center. You can configure notes access from control center in settings.
Okay, I like resumeing notes. No problem. Okay, it's resume. It's resume voiceover. So let's see if there are any other headings on this screen.
Heading not found.
Nope, that's the end of that. So there are lots of cool little settings. I do like how to be able to sort notes and how to configure them a little more closely to what works for me. So in case you'd like to wander over to settings, find the apps, go to notes, and see what you can do in your settings for notes that may make your work efficiency flow a little better.
Hey everybody, it's Desiree. Today, my digital bite is on the virtual cursor. Now, the virtual cursor is something that I didn't know a whole lot about until recently. But now that I do know about it, it changes the way I look at apps and websites and all kinds of things on my computer. And I'm talking about this in reference to JAWS. So the virtual cursor by default is turned on. So when the virtual cursor is on, basically you can use your H for headings, you can use your arrow keys, you can browse around the websites and different things. So the virtual cursor is basically your PC cursor. When you turn the virtual cursor off, then you have kind of what's equivalent to keyboard-only navigation. And also a lot of the keystrokes that don't work with the virtual cursor turned on, because those then turn into like navigation keys, like K for place marker, H for heading, J for jump to line, that kind of thing. When you turn the virtual cursor off, then you're actually able to use those keyboard shortcuts that some apps have built into them. And JAWS doesn't force you to use those as navigation keys. So let me just kind of show you a couple examples of what I'm talking about here. So I'm in my Gmail app right now, and I've got 699 messages. I haven't checked this in a long time, so there's a whole bunch of stuff here. So I'm going to go down to the inbox.
Messages has menu. Grid with 9 columns and 50 rows. Column 1, row 1, blank. Unread, Google, security alert, 3:46 p.m. New sign into your account #start@gmail. Not star button.
So I'm down arrowing now.
Not important, switch off. Google. Link security alert, new sign into your 3:46 p.m. Unread, job alerts from Google.
So there were about 5 down arrow presses in between each message. And this is with my virtual cursor turned on. So I'm just arrowing through and that works okay. And because I'm in a table, I could use table navigation keys to move through if I hold down Control and Alt and do all of that with my virtual cursor turned on. But now I'm going to turn it off with Insert or Caps Lock plus Z.
Use virtual PC cursor off.
So now it's off. Now I'm going to press my down arrow key.
Inbox 699 #start@gmail.com. Gmail. Main region. Primary tab panel. Grid with 9 columns and 50 rows. Unread. Job alerts from Goo. 5 new jobs for job. Unread. Job alerts from Goo. 4 unread. Job alerts from Goo. 2 unread. Job alerts from Goo. Unread. Google's Find Hub. Your unread. Job alerts from unread. Jan Mc unread. Quora Digest unread. Jan McSorley via G.
So as you can see now, because I have the virtual cursor turned off, I can down arrow through and it's just getting the main area of each of my messages. What this also does is any of the shortcut keys that might exist in Gmail on the web, I can now use. So that basically makes my Gmail just a list of different messages, and it makes it a little bit easier to use. Now, this comes in handy when you're on a site like YouTube as well, because YouTube enables you to use different keys to control its player, like K for play pause, J for go backwards, L for forwards, M for mute. But those don't work on the default setting with JAWS because my virtual cursor is turned on. And so when I hit K, it's trying to find place markers, and J is jumping to line and that kind of thing. Let me just show you on YouTube what happens here. So I'm going to go to youtube.com.
YouTube Microsoft Edge. YouTube Microsoft Edge page. Search button. To activate, press. Beautiful relaxing music. Maple Leaf soothing audio. Link relax rhythms music.
Okay.
Link beautiful.
Now, I can move through my videos here with H for heading.
Robo Family Broken Heart Special Child Disc. Intro of Shorts. Work music for focus and productivity. Calm instrumental background to stay at 500 most famous beautiful piano melodies. The best relaxing piano instrumental love songs playlist 2 hours, 50 seconds.
Okay, let's say I want to go to this playlist. So I'm going to press enter.
YouTube, link 500 most famous beautiful piano melodies with most famous beautiful piano.
Okay, so right now, if I press K,
There are no place markers on this page. There are no lists on this page.
doesn't work. But I'm going to turn my virtual cursor off
Use virtual PC cursor off.
with Insert Z. I can pause it. I can go forward. I can go backwards. I can press M to mute it, K for pause. So all of those keyboard shortcuts now work because I have my virtual cursor turned off. Now, the other thing that does happen is that once you turn it off, you don't have access to your arrow keys because you're basically in the equivalent of keyboard only. So you have to tab.
500 most famous play keyboard shortcut K button. Mute keyboard shortcut. Volume left right slider. 100% volume. To increase or decrease, use the arrow keys.
Let's see. If I hit K here and I want to turn it
90,
down.
90%, 80, 80, 6, 50, 40, 40, 30, 30% volume. 20, 10, 5% volume muted. 10% volume.
Look at that. It turned it down for me. I like it.
6, 7, 80, 85.
So all of these things that usually you have access to, and I would normally have to tab through and find the slider and then use my arrow keys to try to get it into applications mode and do all kinds of stuff, I can do that now by turning my virtual cursor off. And then at any point, I'm going to turn it back on with Insert Z.
Use virtual PC cursor on.
And I can have it
022 auto plays off subtitles / settings button menu collapse.
function the way that I'm used to with the arrow keys. So it's just a handy feature that JAWS has to be able to turn it off and on. And it's something that I hadn't really ever used before. But in a lot of these dynamic applications like Microsoft Teams or even Google Docs or YouTube or different things like that, when you're having to go in and out of different modes to interact with the content, it's very handy to be able to simplify it a little bit more and say, turn off this virtual cursor and let me interact with it the way that everybody else can. So hopefully that's helpful.
For more, check out unmute.show. You can email us at feedback@unmute.show.